It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League present. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Throwing to start the drive, Medina. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He connected on his first pass of the game for a long touchdown, so we'll see what else he's got up his sleeve as they start 1st and 10 again. Throwing to start the drive, Medina. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive, Medina. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Cowboys are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Weldon, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2nd and 11. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Medina. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a 1st down. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 1st down.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where you see the final score there. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brock Purdy has thrown a touchdown pass. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Medina. Throws right side, and that's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Medina. And here he's got Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Off play action. Medina. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Medina. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Throwing to start the drive. Medina. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First down, Dallas. Off the play fake. Medina. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Back to throw. Medina. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And now here come the Cowboys. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Medina got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, Weldon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off play action. Medina. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw. Medina. That is caught inside the 5. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Medina. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. And he made
the Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And some room to work. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Weldon, 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This 2nd and 4. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Weldon stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Medina. That is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, they improved to 5-0.
It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we'll see the Cowboys, reigning league MVP. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cowboys and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Off the play fake. Medina. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in, and he's right up there among the league's best. Off play action. Medina. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Grant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Visitors offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Medina over the middle here to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back to throw. Medina. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 53 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of
Following the fumble recovery, Medina. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 73 yards.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
off the play fake. Medina. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been utterly remarkable in this first half. 5 touchdown passes already. This could be a record-breaking performance as he'll start again on first down.
Here we go, Shaq.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Bijan Robinson, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Drake May, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Medina.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Number 86. It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Weldon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Medina. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Medina able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go. Weldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll run on first down. Weldon. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Weldon. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On first down, Weldon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And out now come the Cowboys as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.